Welcome to Goodnight, Robin, your someone to say goodnight to. I'm your host, Robin Rice. Tonight, instead of a sponsor, I'm hoping that you'll help me out a little here. We need people, everybody, to just share this with one other person. If you're listening, to share it with someone who needs it, someone who could use someone to say goodnight to. You might have to help them learn how to download a podcast, and so that would be an amazing thing to help with. If they're not already on podcasts, you might have to help them find it. And then for yourself to subscribe and help them subscribe and then rate it after a while. Once you decide if you like it or not, hopefully you will like it. It would be so wonderful to have your support this way. Sharing, subscribing, and liking and rating, all of that kind of thing really helps us get the word out. And we need you for that. I can do all the good nights that I can do in the world, but sharing is what will make this a success. So I thank you in advance for any sharing you can do. Tonight, I want to talk about some of the amazing things that I find around the web. And I specifically look for these. I look for things of where the world is doing good. One of the things I want to call out tonight is the Splot Breakfast Club, and it was reported on Wales Online that every week across the city of Cardiff, people who need it find there's a place where there's someone they can talk to. Angela, who's 71, said, "It's community support, and that's what we really want to do." And so creating something like this is really not that hard. It does require that you step out, but there's so many ways we can touch each other in our own communities. So that's just one way that it can make a difference. But let me give you another. Greyhound Bus. They actually help runaways get home for the holidays. Last year, I think it was like 400 people. And they paid for the bus fare. How many kids run away? Maybe you are a runaway listening right now. And you think, I just want to go home, but I can't get there. And so you get stuck. Well, Greyhound, at Christmas time, is willing to help people. I wish they would do it all the time. And so this is what it says on the web. To be eligible for a Greyhound ticket home, the child has to call the NRS helpline, and I'll put the link to that in our notes, be between 12 and 21 years old, be named on a runaway report, and be willing to be reunited with their family and vice versa. Well, that sounds like a lot of steps to take, and it might sound intimidating. But if you want to get home, that's one possible way. There's a lot of homelessness out there, and at least one thing Greyhound is doing can help. Another thing I have found is that virtual reality therapy is now taking paralyzed veterans to new places like skydiving and kayaking and fly fishing. Think about it. Somebody made a virtual reality program so that someone who's paralyzed can skydive. I don't even want to skydive, but probably someone who's paralyzed, someone does. Not everybody, I'm sure. And kayaking. How amazing that virtual reality experience. This is the promise of what happens when someone sees a need and works to meet it. Sometimes these are tiny needs. It's a pay it forward thing. But when I look at the internet, I'm just amazed at how many things I find. I truly find way more than this every day. And I look for them and they encourage me. I'd love to hear if you're doing something. That would be really amazing. I'd love to be able to share that actually. Let me know. But either way, I know there's so much bad news out there. Tonight, I just wanted to say, hey, every day I'm finding good news and I'm excited about that. And maybe it's not perfect. Maybe there's flaws in the theory or there's flaws in the execution. But gosh, it warms me to know that the heart is there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking today. Love to you, my dear friend. Good night.